All right, so Shalom. One moment here. One moment here. All right, so Shalom. One moment here. Great, great. So yeah, man, Shalom. I want to begin this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Warash, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who have taught us all this truth in the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and Shaquat. And I'm back here with another lesson, Lord willing and edifying to the hopeful elect, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, to you sincere, I can walk with you, and a sincere shalom to you brothers. I are pushing this truth down the highways and the byways and through the YouTube lessons, man. Shalom to you all. Lord willing to be edifying and exhorting to the elect. All right, so as I see by the title, a power shift, Esau can only cope. A power shift, Esau can only cope. Now, when you actually go over to this word cope, here, let's pull it up. All right, to cope, it says a person deal effectively with something difficult. All right, manage, survive, subsist, shift for oneself. So basically, when a person, the ability to cope with stress, for example, it all got too much for me, I couldn't cope, right? If a person deal effectively with something difficult, and it's a difficult thing for Esau to accept that his kingdom is over. His kingdom is finito. All right, it's a very difficult thing for him to pull in and actually, accept. So all he could do right now is cope, meaning deal with, just accept the fact that you're about to fucking perish. That's all he can do is just cope at this point. Just accept the fact and deal effectively with the fact that you're about to go down, because that is a difficult thing for an Edomite to hear. I wouldn't want to hear that shit if I was an Edomite. My kingdom's going to fall. Niggers are going to rule over me. I wouldn't want to hear that shit either. Jesus, we all call Jesus is a nigger. I wouldn't want to hear that shit either, right? I wouldn't want to hear it either if I was an Edomite. So at this point, all you can do is cope, because at the end of the day, it's going to happen. Thus saith the Lord. This is going to take place. So it's like it's nothing you can do to stop it. So Esau can only cope. Hence the title, a power shift, meaning a power shift is coming. Esau can only cope. That's all you can do. And that's it. Ain't no way out of this one. There's no way out of this one, man. You understand? There's no way out. So I'm going to play these clips, and then we're going to get into some precepts. All right. First, though, matter of fact, we'll start with a precept out of the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, and verse 12, concerning you, Esau. All right. And it says the prophecy, Salakia, the prophecy against Edom. So this is specifically against the Edomites right here. Specifically the wicked, the chief house of the wicked. All right. So yeah, anyway. So you should read all this. It's beautiful, but I want to just jump straight into the point. Jeremiah 49 and 12. For thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And who are the ones that were not supposed to drink of the cup of the Lord's wrath and anger, his fury? Well, the Israelites, obviously. It's talking about the nation Israel. We were never supposed to drink of that cup, but we ended up doing it because of our wickedness. Which, of course, we were supposed to drink of the cup, but we weren't made to drink of the cup, all right? But we had to drink of the cup so we could be righteous and just, complete. Let me reword this. So we can be complete, righteous judges, all right? So we can know good and evil. Because if you only knew good and don't know evil, you're not going to be a great judge. If you only know good, you don't know how to deal with an evil matter, All right. And if you only know evil and you don't know good, you're going to be an even worse judge. All right. Esau, for instance, he's only evil. He's no good. And look at how this kingdom is run. It's through, right? So we were never supposed to drink of that cup as according to our purpose of being created, but the Lord had to make us drink of that cup so we could be complete righteous rulers. All right. So let's read that again from the top. Jeremiah 49:12. For thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Meaning, so if that's the case, that even my people who weren't supposed to get punished got punished, how are you supposed to go unpunished for all your wicked deeds? Are you supposed to go unpunished? And that goes back to these TGC ministry niggas, these Genesis Israelite niggas, you know, Hakan Hassan on them bozos, right? Salakia. Hakan Hassan and them bozos with the whole heathen salvation dogma. So is Esau supposed to just go unpunished? And then now they're making a post, but they say that, and then they make a post recently, which I'm going to do a lesson on, Lord willing. Make a post recently of a brother who's I don't know if he's actually in the GMS camp or he's an affiliate or a like-minded brother. I don't want to say affiliate, but a like-minded brother. Which, hey, if you're a like-minded brother, you're in great millstone, all right. But you know, it just in spirit. But anyway, as I was saying, he posted that brother talking about some trying to be funny. An Edomite Hebrew Israelite. No, that brother's a Hebrew Israelite that looks like an Edomite. But he's a brother. But why does that matter to you all? Don't y'all believe everybody can be saved anyway? So you see the hypocrisy. They're hypocrites, as they all are. It says, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? No, the answer to the question is no, and it's about to say it. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh, that Basra, talking about Edom, shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. That goes back to that Malachi 1:4. Ye shall build, but I will throw down. All right? He throwing down everything y'all built up. He's going to throw it down. It's only going to take 1 hour to do so. And it really could be less. The Lord just want to savor it. Right? So y'all are through. We have to drink of the cup. Now you're drinking of the cup. Your women despise you. All right? Your women despise you, Edomites. They despise you. All right? So anyway, let's go into it. Of course, like the brother has on his thing, fair use. This will be conducted under the Fair Use Copyrights Act of 1976. Anything played in this video from YouTube, TikTok, whatever, Google, will be used simply for the purposes of education, teaching, criticism, and research. This video will not be monetized. This is a non-profit video. All right, and this brother here is GMS Israel Kingdom Come God. Go subscribe. That's the brother Dawad from the St. Louis camp. It was a very edifying lesson, and he always posts edifying lessons, man. So go subscribe to that brother. So here we go.
This is reason 10,000 why racism is rooted in jealousy. Tell me why I received this message of a white man saying, well, you look like you've dated black men, and if you have, none of us want you. I didn't know this was an attitude.
And I'm going to play this over, so please forgive me.
This is reason 10,000 why racism is rooted in jealousy. Tell me why I received this message of a white man saying, well, you look like you've dated black men, and if you have, none of us want you. I didn't know this was an attitude that a lot of white men hold, but apparently they think that white women who sleep with black men or with brown men, they become tainted in some way, and they no longer want that white woman. But this is absolutely rooted in jealousy, because why would it matter to them unless black...
And as the brother, you know, the brother's whole point of this lesson is to go into Esau's envy. So I don't even have to touch on that. You want to get into that? Watch this brother's lesson. Because the whole point of his lesson was to go into the envy of Esau. All right, how he's envious of Jake. He always envious of us. If you're gonna see this woman talk about how they always thinking about us, and they always thinking about our rods for some weird reason. They always think about our rods, but we know why, because their rod, they have they walking around with a bunch of micro dicks. That's why they walking around with a bunch of micro dicks. They shit ain't more than 1 inch. They mad. Here it is. Jake ain't even in our glory. We're not even in our glory days, because according to the book of Ezekiel, our issues was the issue of a horse back then. We were compared to a donkey and a horse. Our rods. And you know how them rods look. If you know about a horse and donkey and all that shit. So, and that was when we in our glory, man. So we're not even in our glory no more, and we still outmatch Esau in that playing field. We outmatch Esau everywhere. The only reason you still have us in captivity is because the Lord is making us stay here for punishment's sake. You had nothing to do with it. Because if the Lord just pulled off the strongholds, the curses, and mine is giving us spiritual power. He don't even got to give us spiritual power. We will overthrow you overnight. Overnight, we would do it. Y'all ain't shit. Took you all the weapons y'all had. It took y'all 3 wars just to beat the Reubenites. 3 damn wars, man. Y'all are trash, man. Trash. And that's one tribe. And that wasn't even the whole tribe. But anyway, let's play this.
Men made them feel insecure. There is something about black men sleeping with white women who they view as their possessions that really gets them feeling angry, like they aren't good enough, because let's face it, they aren't. And white men are obsessed with black men's penises. Like, they talk about it often online. You'll see comments like, I bet she takes black dick or whatever. It's fucking weird and genuinely unsettling how much they talk about black men. If they weren't insecure, if they didn't feel jealous, then why would they talk about it? They wouldn't. Genuinely so embarrassing on their end, because quite literally anybody can see.
There's a video here of a white lady, and she has just exposed something. Okay, it's not that much expose, because a lot of black people knows about this, that white men cannot stop thinking about black men. White men are obsessed of black men. White men secretly always think about black men. I think number 1 is because of insecurity. You get that? Because of insecurity, because of fear. Because they will say, oh, they bring issues like criminal, oh, black men like this and everything. But the fact is, white men are insecure in the spaces around black men because they know black people or black men in general are the real deal. Watch this.
The amount of times I've been on dates with white men and they've asked me if I've dated black guys before is ridiculous. I was on a date with this white guy in Chicago last year, and he goes, so who do you typically date? The guys that look like me? I knew exactly what he was getting at, because most white guys will ask this question at some point because they're trying to figure out ultimately if you're, quote, tainted. I literally said to him, does it bother you that you think about black men so much more than they will ever think about you? And that ended the conversation, but obviously we didn't go on a second date. I do think he was pretty offended by that. But the amount of white guys, even who are, quote, liberal, who are genuinely threatened and intimidated by you going on a date with people of color is ridiculous, because it's not just black men. If they find out that you've dated a South Asian man or you've been on dates with women, specifically women of color, they will react similarly. Although it is obviously the most pronounced and genuinely disgusted that they will look if you say that you have been on dates with black men. But this is just one example of white men trying to figure out the, quote, purity of the white women they're seeing. And it's a way of resource guarding their own women, because they don't like white women seeing other races.
White men ain't shit. That's a series I've started here, and I'm going to continue it. And if you don't like it, that's okay with me. I don't give a fuck. My white men ain't shit videos. Listen, Kyle. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. You would be very surprised at how many white men, fragile white men, get knee deep in my comment section and prove exactly what my point is, that white men ain't shit. White men ain't ever been shit. White men ain't ever gonna be shit. And so we're clear. I don't make white men ain't shit videos to pander or cater to any audience. I'm not being performative. I don't read from a script. It is all heartfelt. It is all firsthand lived white woman experience. I'm pretty entitled to talk about white men ain't shit because it's the only demographic I've worked with so far. So if you don't like my white men ain't shit videos, whether you're a white man who's feeling fragile or a white woman who still supports the fucking patriarchy,
Shalom.
So here we go. So I'm gonna go over here too. I looked up some on TikTok. Basically compilation of white women talking shit about white men.
Fuck no. And I'ma stand on that.
Okay.
And they can get in my DM. You can get in my DM all you want every day.
A white girl hates white men. I'll call it internalized. Blah, blah, blah.
Fuck no.
I'll give you a second. Okay, now that they're gone. Okay, so I just need to know how you reject white guys, because I feel so bad when I do it. The other day, this white guy Snapchatted me and he was like, hey, do you want to hang out sometime? And I was like, yeah, sure. Can you send me a picture of you? Because I didn't know who he was. And he sent me a picture and he's white as can be. And I'm like, I can't. I just can't. It's not my fault, okay? So I just didn't answer him. And now he's Snapchatting me 20 times and I just don't know how to tell him that I will never date him because he's white and I can't date white guys anymore because I'm so stuck on black guys. I'll give you a second.
White women have a weird and unhealthy and fucked up.
That original creator's video is incredible. So
Shalom, Shemaya. Yahweh Shemi Awashai Bashem Kakorash Barakatah, bro. Good to hear from you, brother. Shalom.
go watch that original video. But
you see Esau losing his women, bro. We about to be up out of here.
yes, white women have a fucked up relationship with white men. And this is why. Because in a patriarchal, racist, white privileged society, straight, white, cis, hetero, able-bodied men have all of the power. And a lot of white women's relationship with white men is a total power grab. It's like, if I can please you, if I can appease you, if I can play your game, then maybe I can have a little semblance of the power. Maybe if I appease you enough, maybe if I ignore enough of the bad behavior, you'll pick me, you'll like me, you'll give me power. It's a recognition of the lack of power we hold, while also a recognition of who holds the power and then trying to power grab it through them by being a pick-me girl.
White women have a weird.
Let's keep watching, bro. I don't got shit but time, bro. Look at the montage. Just look at this shit. Let's go to this one.
Do you know why the white race is dying? Because white women don't like white dudes anymore. Don't get me wrong, it's not because they're particular because they're white. It isn't because of the color of their skin. It is because of what the fuck they stand for the majority of the time. White women could have a preference for white men, but they also have a preference for like...
Not that skin color matters, but that does play a part. They love that melanin.
Human decency, equal rights, anti-racism. White women are slowly waking up. And we don't want conservative fucking men. And unfortunately, most white men, especially in the South, are conservative. So, white men, if you guys are so adamant about the white race not dying, personally for me, I cannot wait until there's not one single fucking pure white person in the world so then when fucking racism can end. But if you want...
Oh, sweetheart, you in for bad news. Racism still gonna be here, my guy. Oh, you in for a rude awakening. racism ain't never leaving this mug. It ain't never leaving the earth. Don't pull that bullshit now trying to save your ass. You just better hope you're not an Edomite. Now your ass finna get fucked up too.
Want white women to like you, how about stop being a racist, bigoted fucking prick and voting for people that are? There's my hot take of the day. Okay, bye. Do you know why the white race is dying? Because white women don't like white dudes anymore. Don't get me wrong, it's not because they're particular because they're white. It isn't because of the color of their skin. It is because of what the fuck they stand for the majority of the time.
Yeah, so probably play one more, two more. And outside of these, I mean some grapes. But outside of these, right? I've seen many videos over the past few years about Edomite women just simply saying how they want to be with an Israelite man. Not even shitting on white men, so-called white men, but talk about how they want to be with the Israelite man. Your kingdom is finished when your women no longer want you and they're going for what would be your arch enemy. All right? The state of a kingdom, the state of a nation by way of their women. All right? Your women ain't fucking with you no more, Esau. All right, so let's play this one. This one seems pretty interesting.
Why don't you like white boys no more?
Salakia.
Why don't you like white boys no more?
I never liked white boys. I guess it was just like in my soul when I was born.
So you came out the womb not liking white boys?
Absolutely.
Oh my God. Why don't you like white boys no more?
Let me. What this shit? Hold on.
Okay, babe. Do you have anything to say about this?
Not that it's any of your business, but I love my wife. She is my world. And as a wise man once said, I wake up next to a headscarf and coconut oil every morning. I am married to a black queen.
Hey, we're going to see her on the news here shortly. All right? And if we don't see that, just know he going to end up eating her in Jacob's trouble. Damn nigger women who want to be a bed witch. Y'all going to find the fuck out. All right, let me see if I can find one more about an Edomite woman, and we're going to get to these precepts.
For the last couple of months, men have been discussing harming me on incel.
Okay, no, that's nothing I want to see.
All right, chat. So I just want to get on here. It's me and my cousin, right? So
one of my biggest.
All right, chat. So I just want to get on here. It's me and my cousin, right? So we were just talking like white guys are so ugly. I just cannot imagine myself with a white guy. And I'm white myself. Like, I am white. But it's like, we were just looking at some white people who be barefooted as fucking public, going into the gas station and shit. Like, y'all just make white people look so bad. Like, bad as fuck. And it's like, we were just talking like, I can't imagine myself in laying next to a man that's white. Like, how do y'all feel about that? Like, that's, to me, that's, I don't think I could do it.
See, me personally, I love it.
Shut my door, Lex.
She likes white guys. But I just think that's nasty as fuck. I just can't do it.
Anyway. You fucked, bro. You're fucked, nigga. All I could do is laugh. Like, you're fucked. Like, there's like this. Like, you have to understand how much the Lord truly hates you. To have made you an Edomite. God damn, that shit gotta be ass. Like, damn, man. Fuck. Even if you a heathen, that's bad. If you're not an Israelite, that's bad in general. But like, just to be made out of all the heathens, there's 17 heathens, and you were made an Edomite. Oh my God. That shit crazy, boy. The Lord had a different type of hatred if you were Edomite, man. He had a different type of hatred for you, dog. Real talk. A different type of hatred. Esau is fucked. All right. Before I get to my precepts, let me put this brother's precept. I had the water for the precept as well. I actually had this in the list that I was going to go into. So, hey, that's the spirit. I had that in the list. This is the book of Job. All right. This is from the brother GMS being clothed with humility. Forgive me. Or the brother Shemaiah. Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined. Who is this talking about? It's talking about the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. All right. Job had a lot of epistles going into Esau, even the fact that he liked touching dogs. But we ain't going to get into that. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. All right. So Esau, the Lord has literally set on Esau a specific bound that he can't pass, man. The Lord has literally numbered Esau's days. Your days are limited. And Esau is realizing that right about now. He's through. The nigga's finished, man. He realizes he's finished. And that goes back to the title that you can see up here. A power shift. Esau can only cope. Because, nigga, you can't stop that. Prophecy is something that you cannot stop. You are not in control. That's why Esau tries to push so hard through Christianity the teaching of free will, where everybody has free will over themselves. No, what we have is the illusion of free will, the ability to make choices, but ultimately you ain't really making it. The choice was predetermined before the earth was even created. So there is no free will, but Esau pushes that so he could get out of prophecy. Everything Esau does is to get out of prophecy. But he's starting to realize, nigga, there is no way out. There is no way out. Why do you think he's trying to RFID chip everybody? So he could become the Most High. He can move the Most High and the Son out of the way. When he becomes the new God of the universe through his technology. It's funny. He's trying to move the Heavenly Father and his Son out of the way and become the new power in the universe, in existence through technology made by elements that the Heavenly Father created. How the fuck does that make sense? Just like we can't beat Esau at his own game in carnality, how you gonna beat the Heavenly Father at his own stuff? That don't even make no sense. But Esau is retarded like that. He's retarded. He's retarded, man. That's like the Lord said in Jeremiah 49 as well as Obadiah 1. All right. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. Right. So these curses are reversing. So I read this first before I got into those videos. So we're going to jump to Deuteronomy 30. All right. Because Esau's days, like the brother put up, his days are numbered. Right. So restoration promised. So when you read down here, you get, you see the curses being placed on us, but it being lifted up off of us. So let's start at 30 and 1. And the point is at 7, right? And it shall come to pass, Deuteronomy 30 and 1, and it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which the blessing is spoken about in Deuteronomy 28 and 1 through 14, and the curse is spoken about in Deuteronomy 28 and 15 all the way to 68. And various parts of the Bible speaks about the curses, all right? Which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord thy power shall have driven thee. And are we not calling it back to mind? Are we not calling the blessings of Israel and the curses back to mind? With every time somebody says, well, prove you the Israelites, well, let's go straight to the curses. Well, what are y'all going to get? Well, let's go to the blessings. But nobody likes to hear it. But it's okay, though. This is only for the elect. Like that brother from Tampa, his channel, only the elect. This is only for the elect, man. All right. It says, and shout return unto Yahweh thy power, and shout obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day. This is literally Baruch, the 2nd chapter right here in verse 30 on down. This is literally Baruch 30 on down. Baruch 2 and 30 on down. All right. Because we return unto the Lord and we're obeying his voice. We're coming up out of the curses. There is a power shift happening. thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul. Right? But it's only going to be the elect. But you do have a mass awakening. Many Israelites are waking up. Millions of Israelites are waking up. Right? And even millions are going to be saved. But you have the majority of Israelites that are waking up today. All right? The majority of Israelites that are waking up today, they ain't going to make it still. You know, it's a very small number that the Lord deals with and has always dealt with. That then Yahweh thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy power hath scattered thee. Because the Lord has scattered us, man. This is a part of the curses. That's Deuteronomy 28:64. Various scriptures, man. The Lord is going to turn us out of this captivity. We're going to wake up in our captivity like Baruch 2:30 goes into, and we're going to remember ourselves, and we're going to call unto the Lord, and we're going to start fearing the Lord again. We're going to return unto him. Showing you heathens cannot be saved. The reconciliation is not for heathens. How the fuck can you return to something you were never a part of? That does not make sense at all. At all. Like let's talk about, for example, a carnal example. LeBron James. When he first came to the NBA, he played for the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? And then he went to the Heat for some years, and where did he go back to? Then he went back to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They said the return. That's literally what the whole movement was about when he went back to the Cavs. The return. But would it have been a return if he never played for the Cavs at first? No, it would have been his first time going. You can only return to something that you were a part of in the first place. You can't return to something you were never a part of. It doesn't make no damn sense. So it shows you the heathens aren't a part of this, man. They aren't. All right, but anyway, the Lord is taking us out of this captivity, man. The water Yahweh about Shemi Shai, and all you could do, like all I could do is laugh seeing these videos, because nigga, Esau, you're fucked. Your days are numbered, you're fucked. You're done, and there's no way out of it. Oh, I say the Lord had to have a special type of hatred to make you an Edomite. Like, man. And then you look like one on top of that. So you look like one and you actually are one. Man, the Lord don't fuck with you, boy. Oh my goodness. At least throw the pigmentation on the nigga. God damn. You know what I'm saying? Shit. That would have been some type of blessing for an Edomite. So and also you see right here, we were scattered into all nations, like that Genesis nigga. Like I got a lesson coming up on that. He trying to say a GMS guy, Edomite, Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, how y'all care about the Gentiles so much, but then turn around and they have a problem with that? It shouldn't matter if everybody can be saved, right? This shit's stupid and bugged out. Them niggas are through, man. All right? But it says in verse 4, if any of thine be driven out unto the outermost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. And this is happening now. And the Lord thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed. So the Lord is spiritually gathering, man. What's the main way he's spiritually gathering right now? Through the unicorn, bringing us into the barn like the book of Job goes into. We're being brought into the barn. That's gathering by the unicorn, which is the internet, your www, your wah 666 World Wide Web. All right? And pretty soon the Lord's going to come back, as we're seeing in Matthew 24, starting around 29. He's going to come back eventually, and he's going to literally gather his elect. All right? So it says, and Yahweh thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possess. So how the fuck are the small hats the people? I didn't see a God take them to that land. So how are they the people, man? I don't get it. Somebody let me know. And thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. But yet these niggas ain't got nothing good going for them. Tel Aviv is getting raped right now. Tel Aviv. The shit, as the Elder Isaiah always said, is Tel Aviv look like the Gaza Strip right now. Nothing good is happening for y'all. Everybody hates you. And the Lord thy power will circumcise thine heart and the heart of thy seed, to love the Lord thy power with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. And how is he going to do that? Hebrews 8:8, Jeremiah 31:31, the new covenant. That is how this is going to take place. All right, but here's the point. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. All right. So now all these curses are switching onto you. And our chief enemy is Esau. All the heathens are our enemies, even 2/3 of our people. But the chief enemies is Esau. Them curses are going to get flipped onto you, and it's happening now. Your women don't fuck with you no more, man. They want to come to the dark side. They want to come to the dark side, man. They don't fuck with you no more. Fuck all that pale shit. They don't want you no more, red man. You're through. You're done. You're finished, nigga. All right? Your time is up. Fuck, nigga. And it's a beautiful thing to see, man. The water, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So let's go over to the book of Sirach. Let's go to Sirach. And plus wisdom of Solomon. Salaki is Sirach 10. Is that right? In Sirach 10. Gonna read verse 3 and 4. We're gonna jump down to verse 8. Abaratazah. So this is Sirach 10 and verse 3. An unwise, well, let me see. Salaki, let me see if I want to get 1 and 2. Yeah, those are good ones to get, but we just gonna hit the point. Sirach 10 and 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. All right, so an unwise king, which is Esau, he's destroying everything. He's destroying the earth. Proverbs 29 and 2. Nigga is destroying everything, man. The earth is mourning under his rulership. Isaiah 24. Everybody wants this nigga gone. The beast of the field, nature. The sun don't like his ass. Nigga, everybody wants you gone. Your own women want you gone. The one of the clips we just played, the bitch literally said she hope all white men just go extinct. But it's funny, what the fuck you think gonna happen to you then? Bitch. You could go extinct right with him, slow belly. But Sirach 10 and 4, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. All right, Daniel 4 and 17 and various of the scriptures, the Lord controls who rules, all right, and who doesn't. He even sets up the bases of men, right? And in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable. So guess what? A power shift, what's the title of the lesson? A power shift, Esau can only cope because he can't stop it. A power shift is coming. And soon he's going to set over one that is profitable, which is who? Starting with Yahweh Shai, the Israelites, the nation of Israel, man, will rule the earth, will rule the planet Earth. There will be no equality in the kingdom. Fuck all that. It's not even going to be an equality amongst our nation in general. There's always an order rank to things. There will not be no equal rule in the kingdom. I will be damned to rule next to a motherfucking Edomite in the kingdom. That shit will not happen. Thus saith the Lord. It won't happen. What about a joint rulership? Nigga, fuck that. Esau didn't want a joint rulership with us, nigga. So what the fuck? Why we got to do that shit with him? I don't get it. Why y'all want to have so much mercy on a nigga who fucking hates you, man? To this day, he hates your ass. To this day. Looking ass. But for real. Right now, I want to jump down to verse 8. All right. So verse 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, all right, and riches got by deceit. Now, who's guilty of this? Yeah, many nations are guilty of it, but who's the main nigga guilty of this today even? Esau, man. Unrighteous dealings, injuries, which that injuries could go to many things. and riches got by deceit, the kingdom must translate it from one people to another. It's going to be a power shift. All right. So because of your wickedness, Esau, you're losing your kingdom. And it's going to be translated from you to who? Us. Thus saith the Lord. They're not true. They're not true. We don't deal with the Apocrypha. We don't deal with the Apocrypha. Y'all only don't deal with the Apocrypha because it exposes who Esau truly is. That's why you don't deal with the Apocrypha. Bitch ass niggas. Fuck nigga. They don't want that. They don't like the Apocrypha because it exposes who Esau truly is. And it exposes his latter end. You know, you get that Maccabees involved and see that Alexander the Great was mentioned. Well, we all know Alexander the Great was a so-called white man. So so-called white people ruled the Greek Empire. Who ruled the Roman Empire? So-called white people, same people. And who have to be ruling at the end of days? Oh, it said Esau, and we know the last few empires were ruled by so-called white people, including this one. So the last three empires prophesied the rule was meant to be ruled by so-called white people. So you guessed it, who would Esau be? Who would have to be ruling at the end to basically be Esau, to represent Esau? Oh, you guessed it, so-called white people. You know, let's just jump to the point. You know, I'm not even gonna play games. Let's jump to the point. Well, let's start here. 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the time? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followed? The end of the first what? First earth age. When shall be the end of the first earth age and the beginning of the new earth that will follow? What shall it be? Well, you're about to see. All right, you get Revelation 21, you know, all that stuff. A power shift, right? That's a power shift. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Now, Jacob means supplanter and heel holder, all right, which a heel holder goes back into supplanting ultimately. But why did Jacob hold Esau's heel? It was always a resemblance or a symbolic. Basically, we're going to be on your ass, fuck nigga. We're going to pull you out of rulership. We're going to pull you down and we're going to go up. Bitch ass nigga. But anyway, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. A lot of people, I saw some nigga go up to these Israelites with vocab alone and try to say that 2nd Ezra 6 and 9 is talking about the heathens as a whole. Well, why didn't it say the heathens as a whole, my nigga? And to disprove that, the 8th verse disproves that because it went all the way back to Genesis 25. It went to Genesis 25 on your ass. Now we know it's talking about somebody, Esau in particular. So no, try again, fuck nigga. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Esau is going to be the end of the first earth age. So who will have to be ruling at the end of this first earth age? Because everybody believes that Jesus is coming back, right, in this lifetime. So who have to be ruling when Jesus comes back? Esau has to be ruling. And who just happens to be ruling when Jesus is supposed to come back? The so-called white man. So, nigga, it's Esau, man. He fits all the prophecies, man. Ain't no getting around this shit at this point. And now you got niggas trying to reinvent the wheel when just all hell about to break loose, my nigga. We don't have time for that shit. Get with it or get gone, nigga. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Jacob representing the elect, a nation as a whole, of course, but it will begin with the elect. All right, that's what it will begin with. All right, the first rulers of Yasharallah will be the elect of Yasharallah, spearheaded by our big brother Yahweh Shai. All right, who is the ultimate elect, the ultimate. What the next verse say? Let me see. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to jump to next. So I want to go to the book of Job, 20th chapter and the 5th verse. All right. Because you don't have much time, Esau. Get jiggy with it now, because nigga, you're through. You don't have much time at all. So this is Job right? Job chapter 5 and verse 5, 20 and verse 5, Salakia. The triumphing, let me see. We started at verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short? Who's the wicked? Well, Malachi 1 and 4 tell you the wicked is Esau, Edom. All right. He's the wicked. There's nobody more wicked than he. He's literally this man of sin, the son of perdition. Right? That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment. So, hey, man, the joy of you hypocrites, the Esau is he's the highest tier hypocrite. All right. So his joy is only for a moment. His triumphing, meaning his winning spree, is only for a moment. It's short, meaning it's limited. It's limited. You understand? His time is short and limited, like the brother put up, Job 5, 14 and 5. His days are numbered. He has bounds that he cannot pass, right? When you keep going, it says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his hair reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? That goes back to that Isaiah the 14th chapter. The heathen's going to be like, when we in the kingdom, going to be like, is this the man that weakest all the nations? This the nigga? This your king, nigga? This the guy, my nigga? That's what it's going into. Nigga, Esau is cooked. Nigga is grits, jit. He's grits. All right, so through that nigga. Let's go. I almost forgot. Verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the furious wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So as soon as you about to get the new world order established and shit, you all good. You think you in that motherfucker. Boom, nigga. You through. You through, man. You ain't never gonna fully establish what you wanted to do. You're fucked. Think the Lord gonna just let this motherfucker be under a reign where everybody is a fucking cyborg? Nigga, you crazy, man. Crazy as hell. So let's go to Job. Let's go to Job 15. We'll start at verse 20 on down. So it says, the wicked man travaileth with pain all his days, and the number of years is hidden to the oppressor. A dreadful sound is in his ears. In prosperity, the destroyer shall come upon him. Who is the destroyer? Yahweh Shai. All right. He believeth not that he shall return out of darkness, and he is waited for of the sword. He wandereth from bread. All right. And that's the point. You know, it keeps going on, but that's the point. The destroyer is coming. Yahweh Shai, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. What does it say in Revelation? It says the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to put all the nations under his feet. The King of Kings, man. That's him. All right. So Esau's days are numbered, and not only are they numbered, they're hidden. So Esau knows he's through. And he don't, and even then, he don't know when he's gonna be through. He just knows he through. The Lord has hidden when he gonna be through. So Esau just panicking out this bitch. Goddamn. That's why they gonna come down with great wrath. Nigga just panicking, man. It's like you know you about to die, but you don't know when you gonna die and how you gonna die. You know? And you don't know the moment that's gonna spark it. But it's gonna happen. You know your day is numbered. You just don't know when the day is going to be. And that it has Esau up in a frenzy. All right? He's panicking. And that's why that Revelation 12 and 12 is going to take place. That's why that Isaiah 59 and 19 is going to take place. All right? That second Ezra 16 and 69 on down is going to take place. Right? You're going to bug the hell out and crash the hell out like he's always done. You know, that's nothing new for Esau. He's always bugging out and crashing out and shit. You know? So we about to end this lesson off here. I want to grab two more. Let's get the book of Job 21, and we'll read at verse 21. Right. It says, "For what pleasure hath he in his house after him, when the number of his months is cut off in the midst?" So you're done. The number of your months is cut off, Esau. You're through. You're through. All right, let me see. Let's start up here a little bit. Job says God will deal with the wicked. Talking about Esau, man. So you really can read all of this, honestly. It's all targeted at Esau. There's a verse up here I want to read as well. Right here. Job 21:19. God layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewardeth him, and he shall know it. It goes back to that Isaiah 14:21. Even you're going to be punished for your forefathers' sin, ultimately because you are your forefathers. Reincarnation is a thing, whether you believe it or not. His eyes shall see his destruction, and he shall drink of the wrath of the Almighty. All right, so you're going to drink that cup, nigga, just like we went into in Jeremiah 49:12 and 13. We drank the cup and we wasn't supposed to. So, nigga, you definitely going to drink the cup, and you're going to drink it double time. Revelation 18:6. And it's another scripture somewhere, but it says you're going to drink the cup double, my nigga. Filter her cup double. So we had to drink the cup and we weren't supposed to drink it at all. Now you're going to have to drink 2 cups, bitch ass nigga. Yeah, there's no way out of this, man. You're through. You're over with, man. Your days are numbered, nigga. Your days are numbered. So let's finish off with this last precept in Job 11:20. All right, as you see. All right. See, right here. But the eyes of the wicked, Esau, shall fail, and they shall not escape. And of course, sometimes when it's going into the wicked, other heathens and wicked ass Israelites, 2/3 Israelites can be applied. This can be applied to you as well, because you're not going to escape judgment either. Y'all motherfuckers going to get it too. Don't think you're exempt. You're going to get it too. You love Esau, you're going to get it with Esau. Best believe that. Let's start again, Job 11:20. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost. What does the eyes represent? What do you do with your eyes? You vision. It's your vision. So the vision of the wicked shall fail. What's their vision? It's NWO. All that shit gonna come to naught. Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of crafty, that his hands may not bring forth his enterprise. We read Job 20:23. That vision will fail. Thus saith the Lord, man. You're going to establish it slightly. You're going to get it set up. You're going to get into the system a little bit. Then the Lord going to bring that smack down on your ass, man. All right? And they shall not escape. You're not going to escape the judgment. And their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost. So Esau's only hope is giving up the spirit. His only hope is to die. That's the only hope for an Edomite. That's why I put it as the last precept to hit. Your only hope is to die, man. A message to all Esau. Why do you think I put this here? A power shift. Esau can only cope. He can only cope because the only hope you have is just to die, nigga. That's your only hope, man. Just dying. Sucks to be an Edomite, man. And it's a great day every day to be an Israelite. Every day, even in these chains of darkness, man. It's a great day to be an Israelite. Because we have a lively hope. The kingdom of heaven is nigh at hand. The Lord is going to do his will on earth as it is up in heaven. We have a lively hope. Our enemy is about to fall and we about to win. As Elder Yeshua will always say, we about to win. Esau, your only hope is to give up the ghost. Damn, what a time to be an Edomite. I do hope and pray that this was edifying to the elect. I would like to close this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Ruchakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught us all this truth in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Abba Bo, Kwam Yasharala, Gadol Abadium, Lababo Gadol, Yahweh Mahar, Wa Hapatham. And until next time, I would like to say unto you all, Shalom. The water Yahweh.